Uh, Trevor, just before we move on, not unexpectedly, we are getting quite a number of calls about what we've just been discussing, this game-changing limb tracking technology. To me, it seems like a good idea, especially with the Rui Patricio situation in mind the other night. Here's Andy in Liverpool, wants to have a few words on that. Andy, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good to have you on, mate. What do you make of this limb tracking technology, Andy?
Yeah, I don't want it. It's not the perfect game. Is not the game I fell in love with. I enjoyed the controversy and the debate. What will I discuss with my colleagues? What will we argue about? I don't want a perfect game.
But Andy, you do. Surely you want the right decisions, mate.
I want the correct decisions. But look at the 66 World Cup. That debate has been rumbling on for years. Was it over the line? Was it not over the line? Was it on the line?
Yeah.
You'll lose all of that. And, maybe I know some decisions will go against your team, but at the same time, it gives people something to talk about. I don't want it to be perfect. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I enjoy coming into work on a Monday and arguing with people. No, it was offside. No, it wasn't offside. Yes, it was offside. I'll lose all of that.
Well, I don't think that's a bad thing, though, Andy. I mean, Trevor, what's your take on that? I think it is a pursuit of perfection.
I understand what Andy's saying, but what about the safety of players, Andy? Because for me, the Virgil van Dijk incident could have been avoided. The Rui Patricio incident, because it was offside, it was quite a clear offside, but because the linesman didn't want to put his flag up because it was a goal-scoring situation, he wanted to let the play go on. If that can be avoided, surely that's got to be a good thing for the players.
Yeah, I do agree to an extent, but at the same time, football is always going to be a contact sport, and you will, no matter what you do, you will always have injuries to players. Then I don't think
I appreciate it. I just think that's one that we could avoid, because two possibly serious injuries. Definitely Virgil van Dijk. He's missed the whole season. He's going to miss the Euros. Potentially we'll see Rui Patricio miss a significant period of time playing, when that could be avoided. I understand there's going to be other collisions which we can't avoid, but these ones I think we can. And if there's a bit of technology out there that can take a little bit of pressure off the officials, and make it like 100% sure, like the goal line technology, surely that's got to be good for the game, Andy.
Yeah.
The goal line technology, is good. I'll admit that. But at the same time, I do not want the perfect game. Is not the game I fell in love with.
I understand that. I think, Jim, you saying the perfect game. I don't think we're looking for the perfect game. I think there's still going to be differences, but I just feel that this is something that we can draw a line under. It's there in stone. It's 100% accurate, similar to the goal line technology. Other things, they're still going to be up for debate.
I honestly think the argument is more technology brings us more perfection, or closer to it, and that's what we want.
No, I don't think that's right, Jim.
Andy, thanks for your call,
I
mate.
think Trevor's right in his analysis. I don't think it's about
the pursuit. Not, but anyway,
I think he is. I think it's the pursuit. It's not. We're not after the pursuit of perfection. We're after the elimination of error.
Yeah,
and they're not the same thing. Right?
The elimination of error,
because there's
no
reason,
opposed to the pursuit of perfection.
Sure, because you're trying. You can never eliminate error. You can only minimise it. You can never eliminate. Sometimes you can walk across the road, and if you don't look left and right, you'll get run over. So if you look left and right, you're minimising the risk of getting run over. On a football pitch, you're trying to eliminate or minimise the exposure to unnecessary error.
Okay,
and making the game be more sophisticated is not the same as taking away the spirit of it. Jumpers for goalposts makes our football game look naive in comparison to every other sport. Why do we have to have it? Why can't football evolve like every other sport?
Well, Steve, on the Twitter feed is kind of going with Andy there. He says, I agree with Andy in Liverpool. Who wants robots running a football match? Yeah, I know, but every time there's a controversial decision, there's a pile-on about why did that happen? What do we do to prevent this happening again?
And some fans are saying that's what they like, and you have to respect their views. We don't have to educate everyone else to our point of view until they come round to our point of view. If they don't come round to our point of view, educate them to some more until they do.
No, that's true.
But we're talking about... the other day we talked about players. We said that Tottenham Hotspur players will set a system up, right? And if they want to change anything, they've got to wait for the manager to do it. Players are already almost robotic in their responses because they don't react to individual circumstances on games because their manager has set them up in a certain way. So we are talking about players being bloody robots at times.
Okay, shut up and eat your cherries.
Jim,
Brian,
I think the
Trev.
three things: the elimination of error. I think the safety of players, because at the end of the day, they're the entertainers. They're the players we're going to watch. So we want the continuity of them being fit, and this takes away a degree of injury risk to them, and also the correct decisions. I think if like the goal line technology, if you're getting, apart from the Sheffield United goal against Villa, if you're getting almost 100% of them decisions right, then it just takes pressure off the officials.
I agree.
And I think the right result is there.
I agree, but surely, Trevor, it's about the elimination of error, yes, in the pursuit of perfection. But Brian's a big Manchester City fan. Brian, what's your take on it?
Hi, Jim. Morning, Simon. Morning, Trevor.
Hi, Brian.
Morning, Brian.
Very quickly, Trev, just off the subject, when the Maestro passed away, you mentioned the Bell Waldron. I used to go in there once a month. A lovely, lovely man.
Oh, yeah, nice. I used to live just behind that restaurant. And, Douglas Close.
I heard your monologue about it, and that's what made me
Brilliant.
reminded me to tell you. Loved the guy. Yeah, sorry, just to divert, going back on the subject, will it not make the referees a bit more, I mean, Simon, you've been really going on about it, more unprofessional, because I did not rely so much on VAR already to get them out of the mix. And where we're saying that the referees nowadays are nowhere near as good or competent as what they used to be.
Well, the referees operate in two places. They operate at Stockley Park as a referee using the technology, and on the pitch. So my criticism is of both extensions. And I don't think it will make them more lazy. I think it will give them the proper tools to be able to take one decision out of the equation that doesn't have to have contention attached to every single situation. So the referees will be able to game manage, be able to make less errors and be more brave in the decision-making on other events in the game, rather than be focused on an offside decision that can be taken away from.
So are you for this or against it?
I'm absolutely,
You're very much
for it, but I don't.
Right.
The way you framed it is wrong.
What?
Because it's not the pursuit of
Why is
perfection.
it wrong? Of course it
because
is.
you can't get perfection in anything.
All
I
right.
realise that me and Trevor almost embody that.
Yeah,
but
it's not pure science football.
But there's no pure
it's not
science
pure
behind
science,
it. You can't get it in life. Computers aren't perfect. In the year 2000, they were talking about Y2K and the challenges that computers were going to have. Nothing is perfect. You just get to the point where it's really at the level where you've minimised most of the errors, and that's what you should want in all sports.
Minimising most of the errors in the pursuit of perfection. Here's Liverpool fan Charles. Charles, what do you want to say, mate?
Oh, is this me? Hello, everybody.
Good morning,
Hi,
Charles.
Charles.
It is you.
How you doing there? Great
Good,
show
mate.
as always.
Thank you.
Good. So, football is not in the perfection business. It's in the entertainment business. I am losing interest in football because it is less entertaining because VAR is ruining it. Why can't they focus on entertainment? That's like Simon said, getting most of the decisions right.
Okay,
Well,
that decision there was wrong, but boy, is entertaining. That's what you want, Charles, is it?
Exactly, and that will get more people interested, more players having great conversation, more revenue for clubs because they're getting more interest from sponsors and more gate receipts, and people just love it more, and the whole world's a better place. And American football, referees being mic'd up. Why? It's a simple technology called a 5-second delay. The referee talks on the pitch. It comes out on the tannoy, but there's a 5-second delay so that if, I don't know, Luis Suarez is playing and it gives the F word, there's a 5-second delay. Someone presses a button, mutes it.
Charles, the bottom line is, I was being sarcastic there. Is it not the case we want more right decisions than wrong ones in terms of the credibility of the overall game?
You do want right and wrong ones, but there's also common sense. A right decision, it's an obvious decision. A wrong decision, you've got to be a fool to make wrong decisions looking at video replays, and it's happening over and over again, and we shake our heads at the Man City forward who should have stayed on his feet but went down, but didn't go down. It's just I can't understand why common sense is lacking in the VAR. It's phenomenal.
Okay, Charles, listen, thank you for that. Limb tracking technology, it's on the way. Simon, you'll laugh at this. Simon from Carfilly.
I've highlighted it. Yeah.
Why not leave it to the honesty of players? Like in cricket, have a set number of reviews. Once you've used them, they're gone. Players will have to choose about whether they have been fouled, whether it's offside or not. The players will decide. Imagine it.
He's not in Carfilly, he's in Narnia.
Yes. which is quite near Caerphilly, I believe.
Apparently, in a wardrobe.
Okay, it's on the way. It's coming in. Look for it. Limb tracking technology. I give it the thumbs up. But after all, unlike Sinclair and Jordan, I'm seeking perfection.